Welcome back to Nissan Stadium, just across the river from downtown Nashville. It's the Titans holding on to the football as we jump into the action in quarter number 1. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Pollard will take it up the gut, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. This defense for the Steelers, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Anderson. That is caught. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. So opening drive, 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Looking to throw. Anderson eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Alex Highsmith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Anderson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Anderson. And the pressure gets to him again. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a 1st down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Anderson. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. The Titans at 9-1 on the year, and they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
To throw is Anderson. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw. Anderson escaping the pressure right. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Butker's kick here is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a first carry for their fullback. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Anderson. And he's got it. And so close, he gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Pollard is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Pollard again. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Tony Pollard with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career. And the Titans add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows to 10-0. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Titan football. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now Anderson going to throw again. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A lot of great quarterbacks from USC. Here's another one. The rookie's got a first down. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Here's Anderson throwing on first down. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It'll be a gain of 5. And that will bring up second down. Certainly worth noting he's now one catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Trying to run for it with Pollard. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Anderson. He hits his target, Lockett. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Looking to throw. Anderson flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Anderson. Dancing to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point by Bunker is on target, and that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Anderson now. A final shot before break. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Oh, he shifts past him. Inside the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll begin in the state of Texas, an AFC South matchup between Jacksonville and Houston. And it's the Jags who have the lead as that one's gone to halftime. Travis Etienne, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, it's off to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home, Raymond James Stadium. And at the half, they are down to the visiting Dolphins in that one. The Dolphins seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And that one all tied. It was a strong first half for running back Tony Pollard. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he could pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Going to run again here with Pollard. And this is going to be a Titans first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hand off to Spears. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he will have a Titans first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. And here's a give to Spears. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Here's a run by Spears. And he'll go down at the 28.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this third quarter. Back now in Nashville, and that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
They'll run with Pollard, and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Tony Pollard, that's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Titans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now up to 14. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw here.
Shakir hauls it in.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. The job one to pick up the 1st down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the 1st down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Touchdown! Khalil Shakir, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Out come the Titans now. And this game not quite over yet, and we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a 3rd and 6. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he is going to have a Titans first down, and that should just about do it. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Pollard again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Here's Pollard. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Now Pollard. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because, remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Tennessee, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.